The courtroom was silent, too silent. Even the ticking clock on the wall seemed to hesitate as the billionaire's smug laughter echoed through the air. His diamond-studded cufflinks glinted under the light as he smirked toward the man standing at the defendant's table. That man was Daniel Cole, a single dad, a war veteran, and a man who had seen enough pain to last a lifetime. He stood tall, though his clothes were simple, his face calm but worn. His little daughter, Lily, sat quietly behind him, clutching her worn-out teddy bear, her white eyes full of confusion and fear. "Your Honor," the billionaire, Vincent Hale, said with arrogance dripping from his tone, "I think this soldier doesn't belong here. Maybe he's better off sweeping the floor than understanding contracts." Laughter rippled through the billionaire's legal team. Daniel didn't flinch. He'd been through worse. He had stared down enemy fire and carried brothers who never came back. Words like Vincent's, they were just noise. The judge cleared her throat. "Mr. Cole, do you have anything to say in your defense before I make my decision?" Everyone expected him to fumble, to fail, to break. But Daniel took a slow breath, stepped forward, and spoke with quiet strength. "Your Honor, I didn't come here to fight. I came here because I believe in fairness. I may not have the money Mr. Hale does, but I have something else, truth." The room fell still again. Even Vincent stopped smirking for a moment. It all started months earlier. Daniel had been working at a construction site when he found an abandoned wallet. Inside, an ID belonging to Vincent Hale. Instead of keeping it, Daniel drove all the way across town to return it. When he did, Vincent was holding a press conference, talking about building hope for veterans. Daniel walked up quietly and handed the wallet to his assistant, saying, "Tell him the soldier he's building hope for just returned his wallet." But instead of gratitude, Vincent's team accused Daniel of stealing it. Cameras flashed, headlines spread, and within hours, the billionaire's PR spin made Daniel look like a thief. His job fired him. His landlord wanted him out. His daughter's schoolmates mocked her. So Daniel took him to court, not for money, but for justice. And now, standing before the same man who mocked him in public, he held his ground. "Mr. Hale says I tried to steal from him," Daniel continued, his voice steady but filled with emotion. "But my daughter saw me return that wallet. She asked me, 'Dad, why are they calling you a thief when you did the right thing?' And I didn't know what to say." A murmur went through the crowd. Even the judge's eyes softened. Then Daniel pulled a small flash drive from his pocket. "But I found something. My daughter recorded the moment I returned that wallet." Vincent's confident grin vanished instantly. The courtroom screens lit up with video, grainy but clear. Daniel's voice was calm in it. "Sir, I found your wallet near the coffee shop. Thought you'd want it back." Vincent's voice, equally clear, was impatient. "Just give it to my assistant and get lost." The room gasped. The judge's gavel hit the table. "Mr. Hale," she said coldly, "care to explain why your company filed a false police report?" Vincent's lawyers tried to scramble, but Daniel wasn't done. He opened his old veterans folder, a file full of letters from his service. "When I was overseas," he said, "I lost men who trusted me. I learned that integrity isn't for sale. My daughter will grow up knowing that no matter how powerful a man seems, truth is always stronger." The billionaire's arrogance melted. His face went pale. For once, he had no words. The judge dismissed the case, ordering Vincent to issue a public apology and donate $1 million to veteran support programs. The courtroom broke into applause. Lily ran up to her father, jumping into his arms. "You did it, Daddy," she cried. Daniel smiled softly, tears glistening in his eyes. Vincent stayed behind, watching silently as the single dad walked out hand in hand with his daughter. Something shifted in him that day. For all his billions, he'd never felt that kind of respect, that kind of honor. A week later, news broke that Vincent Hale had stepped down as CEO to start a veterans charity fund, led by none other than Daniel Cole himself. Months later, Daniel stood before a crowd at a veterans event, his daughter holding the microphone beside him. "Sometimes life knocks you down," he said, "but it's not about who laughs last. It's about who stands tall when truth is on the line." The audience rose to their feet. Applause thundered through the hall. And as the camera zoomed in on Daniel's smile, the narrator's voice came in. "If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more inspiring stories, and remember, integrity is worth more than gold. Because sometimes, the strongest man in the room is the one who refuses to bow.